Hey guys, so I'm actually not feeling well today. I'm a little sick. So I took the day off to just recuperate a little bit. But something came to me as I was laying in my bed, and recently I've been doing this thing where when I feel inspired to speak, when I feel inspired to write something down, or I feel that nudge. People call it different things. Some people call it God, some people call it soul, some people feel like, it's some inner type of voice. Some people think it's their subconscious mind speaking to them. But whatever you term it as, I felt the inspiration to just get up and share. And so what came to me a few minutes ago is, you cannot be what you cannot see. We cannot be what we cannot see. And this is why representation is key. Again, we cannot be what we cannot see. And this is why representation is key. Now, quite a number of things we can take away from this. Quite recently, we've been seeing, I've been speaking to the powers of women and how we've been able to just push past stereotypes and break the proverbial glass ceiling, and we're just doing amazing things. We're climbing even in male dominated industries, and still managing to balance the nurturing aspect of ourselves, our sensuality, our sexualities, our families, our friends, our partners, and still going out into the world and owning it while still looking beautiful. So I'm very proud of women just really pushing past and being able to own everything, own their powers. But today's message speaks directly to the black power and the black magic we've been seeing over the last couple of months, beginning with the Miss Teen America, Miss America itself, and the various beauty ambassadors across the world. Most recently, going viral, Miss South Africa winning Miss Universe, biggest pageant in the world, Woman of the Universe award, basically. And then you also have Miss Jamaica in our region. I mean, somebody that's so familiar to all of us, somebody that we're all so proud of, going up on the international stage in London, and of course, being able to secure that Miss World International title. So this is a huge deal. Now, even before that, we've been seeing the power reignited with the Black Panther movement. We've been seeing a lot of black power and black magic throughout the universe in the last few months. But today I want to speak about representation and why everybody stepping into their fullness is so important. And not just black people, but people across the globe. You and I, persons like us, human beings in general, just really stepping into their craft and honing it and mastering it. I think one of the most important things, or one of the common denominators of human beings, our commonality, is the fact that we are always looking for an example. We want to be familiar with something. We want to see and we want to feel something that resonates. And so that is why persons like Miss South Africa, persons like a Caribbean woman from the region that you and I, live in, going up and owning something on the international stage. This is why it's so important, because representation is key. Now, I get it. A lot of us, fear it. We fear success. I came across a quote some time ago, and it is the replica of what I'm saying. A lot of persons don't reach above and beyond because instead of fearing success, we fear failure. And this is where we give up our power. This is where we develop an injustice to our very own selves and our very own existence. And so it's very important that when you put yourself out there, when you envision a big life, because I always say to myself that God does not intend for us to live a mediocre life. God does not intend for us to settle for less than. God has designed a magnificent universe. When you think about the horizon and with the way the sun sets and it hits the sea, and you look at the trees and the mountains and how it just nests whistles against the beautiful ambience of the sky and the waters, and you think about God in that moment. When you think about the thousands of species of birds and animals and trees that are accounted for, that are provided for, what makes you any different? God placed you and gave you dominance above all these things, and so we are all provided for in this world, which means we have more than enough to go around. A lot of persons look around at their neighbor and think, you know what, she's doing it, I don't need to do it. You know, she's doing eyelashes, I don't need to do it. She's doing, I don't know, makeup, I don't need to do it. She's a news reporter and she's dominating, so I don't need to even come in and try to compete with her because she owns that industry, not recognizing that there is space for all of us. There is space for each and every one of us. As a matter of fact, me winning does not detriment you in any way. And if we are to hold hands and together, just come together, we can do even more with ourselves. But I do understand that, you know, we fear failure, because the more you acquire success, the more you achieve, is the more your life is magnified. You know, the more you're placed under a microscope, the more you're placed on a pedestal, whether it's an invisible pedestal or not. You're held to a very, very high regard. And so if you do make a mistake, if you do fail, you know, you're chastised, you're looked at as less than, you're looked at as less than human, which is very unfair. But can I remind you that to whom much is given, much is required. So this is my reminder to you today. If God has birthed a purpose in your heart, an idea, a vision, whatever it is, whatever desires you have within yourself, whatever you've envisioned for your life based on what you think you can accomplish and even beyond, can I dare you to step into your fullness and dream? Can I dare you to step into your fullness? There's another quote that I came across. The quote says, I'm going to read it because I don't want to misquote it. It says, your purpose or your talent could heal others and yourself in the process. Hone it, that is H-O-N-E, master it, and share it. Again, I don't know if y'all got that, but that is so powerful to me. Again, it says, your purpose or your talent could heal yourself and others in the process. Hone it, master it, and share it. But more importantly, you do it not just because it's fulfilling to you, not because it's fulfilling to Javon. Yes, Javon wants to be all this, and you know, you want to be all that. It's bigger than that. And I've always believed that our biggest purpose on this earth is service to the humankind, to mankind, and just recognizing how our lives will impact others. So automatically what you become by stepping into your fullness is you become a reference. You become the example. You become the representation. You know, you become, or you set the precedence, as a matter of fact. You know, you are the reference, as a matter of fact. So that's what you become by living up to your truth. And what you do is you not only fulfill your personal purpose, but by living in your fullness, you automatically uplift, empower, and illuminate the way for others. So it's very important that you live up to your fullness, not just for you and, you know, your immediate family and friends who you may be intended to help or lift or change their lives in some type of way. Your imprint, your legacy is in every person that you meet. It's in every conversation that you have. It is in every interaction that you have. It's in every person that you meet, every form of constructive criticism that you share. It's in every bit of tough love that you give. You know, it's in all the different aspects holistically, the imprint that you leave in this world, even the things that you do not do, because that directs the course of someone else's life as well. So overall, your imprint is how you live your life from the time you were born to the time your purpose on this earth ends. So again, I just want to encourage you to be that living testimony of possibilities. Step into your fullness. Whatever your dreams are, you write them down, you pray over your dreams, you envision it, and you manifest it. You watch them come into fruition, because the world is looking at you, not just because of who you are and what you'll become, but because they're depending on you to be all that you need to be. And so that they can be inspired to become all that they need to be as well. Again, viewers, if you missed it in the beginning, we cannot be what we cannot see. We cannot be what we cannot see. We cannot be what we cannot see. And this is why representation is key. Blessings.